Alright my people, come and start the day with me as I take you through my mobility routine, which is going to activate my joints, pump blood around the body and flush toxins from the night before as I've just been asleep for 8 hours. The goal throughout this routine is to stay as loose as possible, focus on your breathing and take the body through as full range of motion as you can. So you're going to be performing each exercise for 10 reps or around 30 seconds. And every single time you complete a rep, I want you to focus on that exhale. What you're witnessing right now is shoulder angels. And the goal here is to not actually let your hands touch your body. So you're pulling your wrists away from your body the whole time, which is going to activate into the shoulder muscle. And you're going to see this from a different angle now, where my hands don't touch my upper back or my lower back. This one's really important and it will fire up and bulletproof your shoulders by doing this one daily. We're going to get the feet and hips involved now, and keeping the shoulders loose, I'm just pumping my hips in the opposite direction to my shoulders and bouncing on my feet. As you can hear, every time my feet hit the ground, I'm exhaling sharply. This one here is a slower version of that. However, you're going to be extending your arms completely and letting them go all the way behind you to really rotate through the spine. And as you can see, I am letting one leg go behind me, which is allowing me to then rotate into the hips more. Now what you're witnessing is a reverse lunge and an overhead reach. Sharp, deep exhale here, going into the hip flexors, into the side body, and then working on that balance and coordination. Now comes the fun part for me. Martial arts is an essential part of my daily routine. Here, I'm just greasing the groove, getting some punches in and focusing on rotating the hips, keeping the scapula loose. As you can see, my shoulders look very, very loose right now, whereas my arms are pretty stiff. I rotate through the hips and I stay bouncy on my toes. Again, I'm exhaling sharply. And up next is shoulder rolls. What you're seeing here is me actually just squatting, and then on the way up, I'm going to be twisting and covering my ear with my hand. So the purpose of this is that I would roll underneath somebody's punch and protect myself at the same time. As I roll, I am extending my feet from the bottom, so I'm going up onto my toes, and now what we're doing is bouncing on the toe and lifting the opposite knee up. This is going to work on my coordination, but more importantly, into my hip flexors and my core. Firing this one up, keeping my hands up because that is the technique and the form that we would be using in K1 or Muay Thai. Continuing the flow, I'm going to straddle my legs and reach my hands over my head. Get deeper into the smaller muscles. So we're now activating all the way through the spine with these spinal waves, and at the top of the position, squeezing my glutes and driving my hips through, following my hands with my eyes so that I can get as far over my head as I can. And what I will be feeling here is the total backside of my body stretching, and then as I come all the way to the top, the total front side of my body. That is going to be your hip flexors, your quads, your core, your spine, your hamstrings, the whole lot. What you're witnessing now is some Cossack squats, but I like to add a rotation into that. So we go Cossack squat, rotate, which is going to then allow me to get deeper into my spine and side body. As you can see, I'm slightly bent over and I'm twisting as I go. Changing the angle for you here so that you can see what it looks like from behind. I'm getting full knee flexion into this one, and I'm aiming to keep both of my feet down on the floor the whole time. So there's different ways of doing this, and this will test your ankle, knee, hip, shoulder and spine mobility all in one. This is probably one of the goated exercises when it comes to a full body mobility that you can get as a bang for your buck. This is me taking a quick breather here and realizing that the mosquitoes are now after me. So I'm going into some rotations and I'm leaning forward, hinging at the hips. And again, you can see that my eyes are following my hands. Really important here because it's going to rotate through my neck, not just my spine. Your head is connected to your spine and you want to make sure that you rotate the whole thing. Now I go into some horse stance and I'm exhaling the whole time. So feet are nice and wide in a straddle position, and then I drive my hips down into a squat, back up into a hinge position. Keeping the hands nice and close to me, I'm rotating through here and I'm really now activating the knees and the hamstrings. All right, now finishing strong, we're going through a reverse lunge, side bend, and now a straight leg kick. We're focusing on coordination, balance, hip flexors, hamstrings, spinal movements, all in one. And you're going to do this for 10 reps or 30 seconds per exercise because that is all you need. Quick sweat, your body is activated, blood is flowing. Now you're ready for the day.